At the inception of my career, I thought I needed to choose between Blender and the Unreal Engine 5. But what I discovered changed everything for me. And this one decision shaped my career, got me clients, and even landed me my first remote job. Let me take you back to where it all started. When I started out, I was very naive. I didn't know which one that was good for me. I was interested in the world of CGI, but I didn't know which pathway was the best for me, where I would be a good fit. I had different confusions running through my mind. Maybe I should train myself to become an environment artist, concept artist, a modeler, or maybe a sculptor. Beyond all this confusion, the goal was to bring ideas to life. And I wanted to create 3D scenes, environment, animations that felt alive. I envisaged my own animated movies or even product animation commercials for different brands. And don't forget, in the midst of all this, I was using an entry-level laptop. So for me, the Blender felt like the artist playground where I can model, I can sculpt, and also animate. So Blender felt like all in one for me. While on the other hand, Unreal Engine was very confusing to me. As at then, I knew Unreal Engine could do the magic from VFX, animated movies, even down to building of games. But the interface got me overwhelmed. I had no clue of how to navigate around the blueprints. I didn't understand the C++ language as at then. Without wasting much of my time, I decided to dive into Blender first. My first week was extremely chaotic. I accidentally deleted my queue and I didn't know how to bring it back to my viewport. But after watching a series of tutorials, I got better. I built my first 3D room, modeled my can Coke container, learned all I need to know about the UV mappings. By the way, I have tutorials on UV mappings that I feel you should check out. Then I proceeded on to do a full animated shot with different camera movement techniques. And it felt like I had unlocked my superpower. Oh, sorry, it felt like I unlocked a superpower. Blender taught me how to think like a 3D artist. I understood the form, lighting, UVs, and materials as well. It gave me total control. I could control anything from the scratch. And believe me, that alone gave me the courage to forge ahead. After I got extremely comfortable with Blender, I discovered, yes, I would like to build, model, and animate. But I didn't see myself as a good storyteller. So what did I do? I decided to audit my abilities and I was able to figure out where my strength lies and what my weaknesses were as at then. So at the end of the day, without deceiving myself, I discovered that with my ability, I believe I will strive better as a game developer. Since I can create assets, all I need to do next is to understand how to give my assets a behavioral pattern with the help of a game engine. Talking about game engine, also keep in mind I'll be talking about the best game engine currently in the market that you can work with in case you are confused, you don't know which of the game engines to pick that is universally accepted in the market. Subscribe so that you can be notified when that drops. Back to what I was saying. After I got comfortable with Blender, I realized I could do everything that I needed to do. The first challenge I discovered was I tried to import all my assets and environment into a game engine. And guess what? My text broke. The lighting looked very off. Then this made me realize something huge, which is Blender is where you build, while the Unreal Engine is where you bring it to life. I repeat, Blender is where you build, Unreal is where you bring it to life. As for the Unreal Engine, the first time I opened the interface scared me at first. So many buttons and there were so many panels, but I followed a simple tutorial. I imported my Blender models, added the lumen lighting, and boom, my scene looked like a Hollywood movie in real time. Then I decided to learn more about the blueprints, learn more about how to use meta-humans, about Nanite and Lumen. With all these, I created a cinematic walkthrough with just a few clicks. And that really got me excited. Somehow, I got noticed. I kept on watching different tutorials and kept on trying all the things that I've learned. By the way, you can also sign up on Skillshare to learn more about the Unreal Engine, or you go for Udemy, whichever one feels okay for you. Having done all this, somehow I started to get noticed because I kept on working on my portfolio, and that made me to get noticed. Like they say, the rest is history. So, my friend, my advice for you is to see it this way. Blender is your sketch pad, while Unreal is your stage. If you want to model stuffs from the scratch, the advice is to use Blender. And if you want to walk through it, light it, and add gameplay, use Unreal. In other words, if your plan is just to create game assets, game environment assets, short CGI movies, and you are not really interested in becoming a game developer, you can stick with Blender. But if you want to raise the bar a little bit, you go for the Unreal Engine. Blender has its own engine. Even with the Blender, you can still become a game developer, but Unreal Engine is more versatile, and the Unreal Engine is way better than the Blender's game engine. I believe that's the best choice. The reflex is knowing when to use each. So if you are wondering whether to learn Blender or the Unreal Engine, my answer is simple. Start with Blender, master Blender, understand everything you need to understand, the simulation, the physics, and everything in Blender. Then you graduate to Unreal. Combine both, always work with both, and you will realize that you are unstoppable. Check out my other videos to learn different procedural walkthrough on Blender and even Unreal Engine. And if you are ready to start this journey, hit that subscribe button to get started. Good luck.